So for today, we'll be starting some counting. I have a fun video for us to watch, and we'll get into it. Has anyone here started counting in Lingit yet? Tanya, Kaya, a little bit. Okay. I like to teach the numbers 1 through 10 and then zero in on 3 at a time just to for drilling purposes. And if you know me, you know I like drills because I like it to make it second nature. So yuk aya ya yich satini stakat yuhan deich yagi ya yagi hin tanach kaya ni disi jinkat ka gashuk ya wachi ya dis ach tu yuk ewush kanachu tu ade kawuch in Lingit yuchatangish tutul tu. Good to see you guys. It's Tuesday, March 19th, and I feel good that we've met together again, gathered together again, and that we're studying Tlingit together. Before we hop in, did you guys have any questions or comments from anything you covered last week while I was gone, or anything we've gone over yet this semester? If you think of a question as we go, sometimes things come up. Just go ahead and unmute your mic and let me know. But I want to get into counting, and the way you count people is different from the way you would count trees or animals or items. And so we're going to start with basic counting items. And I'll take you to the beginning Tlingit workbook, and we'll do 1 through 10, and then we'll drill 3. So in the beginning Tlingit workbook by Khane, Tlingit counting comes right after the word for finger. So this is on page 100, and you have some homophones here. I just learned that word in English. It means words that sound similar but have different meanings. So they have the word for berries, and repeat this after me. Tleok.
Flag,
Flag.
Good. It's got an underline K and then a W. The W tells you to round your lips as you're breathing out the underline K. So it makes a very different sound from if you don't have a W at the end. And so you're just gonna round your lips and say it one more time. Repeat after me. Tleok.
flag,
Flag.
Okay. And that's the word for berries. And there's a similar sounding word that means finger, their finger. And with body parts, you always need to say whose body part or what's body part before the word for the body part. You wouldn't just say tleq or tleq on its own. So duh is for talking about their, a singular person that's not me and it's not you. It's their finger. So that's where you say duh. So repeat this after me. Dutleq.
The flag.
Yeah. You have an underline. You have an underlined K here, and that's pronounced in the back of your throat. And then you have a pinched TL, which will make it snappier and sharper sounding. So instead of it'll be like. So let's do it again one more time. Dutleq.
The flag.
flag,
So that's a word for their finger. And then in the beginning Tlingit workbook, we get right into counting then. It's like, while we're talking about fingers, let's count. Um, and the hand motions are here. I encourage you to practice them while you're saying the numbers because for me, it helps me internalize it if my body is acting it out. So first one is 1, and I'm gonna make this a little bigger. And repeat this after me. Take.
flag,
Flag.
Good. You sound good. It's a pinched X, and it's not underlined. which means the friction is between the top of your mouth and the top of your tongue. And so let's make just that sound. Good. And then repeat after me. Clay.
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 Good. Next one. Deeg.
Deeg.
Good.
Deeg.
Nask.
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 We have a pinched S sound. So the S will be really sharp and then the K will just flow out. So one more time. Nask.
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 Yeah, good. Dagoen.
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 Cajun.
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 Clé de chou.
Clé de chou.
Clé de chou.
Or a variation from Teslin. Repeat after me. Clé de chou.
Clé de chou.
Good. So let's take it from the top, just these ones. Clé.
Lake.
Clay.
Clay.
Good. Deeg.
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 Nask.
Nask.
Dagoen.
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 Cajun.
Cajun.
Clé de chou.
Clé de chou.
Dacha de chou.
Dagoen.
Naga
de
de
chou.
chou.
Natska de chou.
Naska de
Naska de chou.
And then pretty similar, the Teslin variation. Natska de chou.
Naska de chou.
Gush. Gushuk.
Shook.
Jinkat.
Shinkat.
Jinkat.
So let's do just from 6 up. We have Clé de chou.
Clé de chou.
Clé de chou.
Dacha de chou.
Daga de chou.
De chou.
Naska de chou.
Naska de chou.
De chou.
Gushuk.
Gushuk.
Jinkat.
Jinkat.
Okay. Any questions on those? Okay, now we're gonna drill 1 through 3 just because we went over all 1 through 10 and now we want to try to internalize 1 through 3 in our memory. So first one, repeat after me. Clé.
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 Deeg.
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 Nask.
Nask.
Clé.
Clé.
Deeg.
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 Nask.
Nask.
So now from now on, without me saying it, when you see it, go ahead and say it. Ready, Gook.
Leg.
Leg.
Deg. Nask.
Ask. Flag.
Deg.
Good.
Deg.
Deg. Nask.
Nask.
Okay. Good. Now let's do a translation exercise. Wasa do sauk tleig leidkach einach.
One.
One.
One. Owa. Kadich.
Two.
Yeah, owa two. Owa. Nusk.
3.
Okay. Kawasa do sauk one lingit einach.
Deg.
Tleig aya. Katu.
Deg.
Yeah, owa de you do sauk two lingit einach. How do we spell deich?
Deix.
And is the E high tone or low tone? Do you remember?
A high tone.
Yeah, high tone. Good memory.
Underline X.
Underline X.
Yacha quick.
Yeah, Ayachawa. Gunalchish. Click dich. Kawasa do a sak 3. Lingit reinach.
Nask.
Nusk. And how do we spell it?
NAS with the apostrophe and a K.
Yeah, And is the A high tone or low tone?
High tone.
Yeah, good. This is new. I haven't done it with you guys yet, and I'm pulling you out. I'm getting you out on a limb for these. Because I didn't warn you that I was gonna quiz you on the spelling. I didn't warn you we're gonna do this. Uh, and then you're doing really good. Any questions? Okay. So one more time for review. When you see it, go ahead and say it. Ready, Gook?
Leg.
Leg.
Deg.
Deg. Nask.
Nask.
Yeah, away, let's go. Good. Awesome. So those are 1 through 3. We read them, we repeated them, we said them from memory, we translated them to English, we translated them to Lingit, and those are 1 through 3. Now there's this video that has some counting in it that I want to share with you guys, and it's from the same Alaska State Library's archive, and it's a puppet show, and it's gonna be fun. So let's hit it. I'm gonna take it to YouTube, and there'll be a quick ad, and then I'll take us to the video.
Wasayeti atyatki achtuya kayir satini Chatzachtuya kayir satini how Wekuk hedishanach tutan Ken Quatlatin Susi Kadu sat Jimmy Achtuaki gachsagu kadu sat Daar jikte. Yek wate sose. Daar klaar. Kan sose ya to atsu kado uxsal. Klei kado uxsal. Katsu kado uxsal. Klei dir. Jimmy kan. De tukneo na kwe cook. Sose kan. Ayahiatus tuch ku huidas da kat ayaye da party. Yadu cake. Cake. Kayadu dir. Dir. Kayadu nask. Na Jimmy, yadu dagon. Kake jun tap kushat atakate. Cajun. Yadu kedusha. Kona khaya sigo. Kedusha. Dahadusha. Yadu dahadusha. Ah. Chetlagu Jimmy. Dar yakhone. Tsuye qasane laten kadu uxsal dahadusha. Tlahyak eye aga khan kadu uxsal dahadusha. Kadu uxsal. Jimmy yadu natskadusha. Kinkwat laten suse. Kislakisha tabkhek. Jimmy gusuwa. Jimmy. Cake. Dir. Natsk. Dagon. Yadu gushok suse. Suse. Kilkaye satench suse. Suse gusuwa. Yadu khat Jimmy. Yad. Suse. Jimmy. Jimmy. Gushuk kare uxsal haji wo. Kakhayana khaya haji kugwe. At yet ki we gande khatin. We shat kat uji khachtute. We kadu uxsal. Yadu tsu kadu uxsal. Tuji tewa tsu kadu uxsal. Hayek khat Jimmy. Kau. Let's go atu sayeh. Nasusi. Cake. Dir. Nask. Jimmy nask tu atu sayeh. We at yet ki jiyes. Nasusi. Cake. Dir. Nask. Susi iji yata kayata kohat akhji yesaya. We hawqinakh yukhanasqin. Awu we kadu uxsal. Cake. Dir. Nask. Dagun. Tejin, Tledusho, Dachadusho, Netskadusho, Gushok. Konachayachtu Siguyayagi Susi, Wa Eketso, Achtu Sigochatso, Tutsaye Gachtu Satin, Chayuk, Adyatke. Tutsaye Gachtu Satin, Tutsaye Gachtu Satin.
That's a fun one. What'd you guys think?
I'm not sure if this might interest you, but people ask me, how did you lose so much weight? And here's what I tell them. Keto and other diets never worked for me, but I couldn't figure out why
sorry.
until I went from 184 to 123. I was doing
I thought that was one of you guys, and then it was my YouTube channel. Sorry about that. I was like, you guys might want to mute your computers. It was me.
I'm like, what, Anna, are you trying to tell me something? Or like, what?
No.
No, I'm just joking.
I had researched a lot of weight loss tips because I had to cut weight for my fight, and now that's behind me, but I guess all my online searching is still following in that path. Okay. So, what do you guys think of the video?
I thought it was really good. I wish I understood all of it, not just the numbers that came up.
Yeah, cool. You caught the numbers though when they were saying them?
Yes.
Nice. That's awesome. Anything else you guys caught or that you recognized right off the bat? So when I watch videos, usually for the first run through, I like to just kind of sit back and watch it, and naturally my mind will notice like, oh, okay, I recognize the numbers. I know that's what's going on. And then the second time through, I like to play it a little bit at a time and see if I can capture some of what's being said. And then sometimes I need to fill in the blanks by looking things up. But I do want to start that with you guys in case any of you become interested in transcription work down the road. I started studying Tlingit like this outside of class for my homework, and now 7 years later, I've been paid to do it before for documented recordings of elders speaking Tlingit to turn them into learning materials. There's a big need in the Tlingit language community to transcribe and translate recordings because there's a lot of recordings, but they need that extra layer of work, and not a lot of people can do it. So if any of you become interested in that as a professional skill, I'm your girl, I'm your coach. I'd be happy to help you get there. And so we'll get our feet wet in it today if it's new to you. And then if it's something that you want to pursue, that's, that door will be open. So I'm going to start it from the beginning, and I'll play it. Oops. I'll play it until I recognize something that I feel we can write down. If there's anything else you notice, you can just pop off, let me know, or wait until I pause it. It's up to you. Okay. You ready? Can get you in there. Okay.
Jimmy,
Start here.
Wekuk hedishanach tutan. Gen quatlatin susi. Kari sal Jimmy. Achtuaki garsagu kari sal. Dar chikte. Ye quati susi. Dar clark. Kan susi yato atsu kadu sal. Kay kadu uxsal. Katu kadu uxsal. Kay dear Jimmy kan de tukneo nakwe cook.
Okay, so far, she said a couple words that we just learned. What were they? One of them was take. Oops. One of them was 1, and one of them was 2. Wasa duwasak 1 Lingit Class.
Lake.
Take awa. And wasa duwasak 2.
Dake.
Good memory. Dich. So I'm gonna rewind it just a little bit so you can hear it, and we'll just play that part.
Kay kadu uxsal. Katu kadu uxsal. Kay dear
So that was the part where she just says Kleig, Dich, and she's pointing to 1, 2. And then this next word we need to look up because we haven't learned it yet together, and I'm going to show you how I do that in the dictionary. So they keep saying kadu'uls, at, and I can guess what that means from watching the video, but I also want to look it up in the dictionary and how to spell it and like what is this word I'm hearing and what does it mean. So I'm gonna type it from how I think I hear them saying it. Kadu'ul. And let me see if it will pop up. Kadu'u. Try this. Sometimes it's trial and error. Or maybe I'll try Kadu. Kadu. I think it's Kadu. Okay, so it's a little, they're using a little bit different word in the dictionary from what we're hearing. Kadu at. So we'll write this one in, but it sounds pretty similar to kadu at. Let me see if there's an alternative. So here's the entry for the word for balloon. Kadu at. Balloon, round thing a person inflates. Okay, that's kind of neat. And that's the only word they have in the dictionary, but we do hear fluent speakers saying these words. So I'm gonna add them in. Balloon. And actually, I'll take these, just add them in here. And let's do a comparison now that we wrote down what's in the dictionary. Let's see what they say and kind of compare. Kadu. Yeah, I'm still hearing kadu at. Oh, that would be an L classifier. Okay. This is I'm just gonna quickly do this in front of you. This is a little more intermediate, but I'm just curious about it. No, it's not in here. Oh well. Ugh. Okay. Root word ugh. Root root word ugh. So this is the verb database, and if you look under the root word ugh, you can see to blow up. And I'm just gonna look, this is kind of a side point, but some of you have expressed interest in the verb database, so I'm just gonna show you another way you can use it. So there's blow up and inflate, and we have this k sound that we're hearing in balloon, k de ugh at. And then there's this one for blowing out a light that also has a sh sound, but this isn't the one we're hearing. It's a little different. So this is the one we want. Blow up and inflate. For they, he or she is blowing it up. Aka ugh. I blew it up. Kahwa ugh. And then we're seeing a repetitive version. She's aka ugh. They're trying to blow it up. Anyway, that's kind of a sidetrack point, but since we looked up the word balloon, and the word balloon means thing that they blow up, these are options for different people inflating things. Aku ugh. That's kind of fun. I'll play it a little bit more and we'll see if we capture anything else, and then we'll take a break from the video.
Kay kadu sat katu kadu sat Kay dear Jimmy kan de tuknayo nakwe cook Susekan Ayahiatus tuch ku huitas the kat ayaye the party Yadu cake Cake Kayadu dear Dear
Okay, what did she just say there?
Yadu dech.
Yeah, good. First she says, Ja, de kleeg. And then he repeats kleeg. And then she says, like you mentioned, ja, de deeg. So, what does this mean? Ja, de kleeg. Has anyone seen this word before? Ja, de. What's that?
When I say I'm here, yadu khat, yadu khat. So does it have something to do with, you know, something in front of them or being here or something like that?
Yeah, awesome work. Good recall. I really like how you're able to pull from memory like a phrase that you've heard it before and you're applying it to what you're hearing now. That's really good language learning skills. So, so this ja du het is here I am, and ja du kleeg would be here is one. So repeat these phrases after me just to recap. Kleeg,
Take.
deeg,
Dech.
and this one kadu at.
Kadu
At.
Good. And then ja du kleeg,
Yadu
Yadu
and ja du deeg.
Yadu
Dek.
Kayadu de.
Good. So far, those are already 5 phrases in the movie that we heard and we can say, and we also are learning the meanings of. That's really good. So, do any of you recognize this word ka, underline K-A?
Does it mean yes?
and.
And good catch. Good guess and good catch. So kha is and then so what would be ya do deich?
Here is 2.
Here is
And
2.
here,
Good. Really good. And so to wrap up our video study, now that we've learned 5 lines, we've looked them up, we've practiced saying them, now we're just going to watch that part again and just recognize, oh, cool, as you're watching it, just think about it like, oh, yeah, I know what that means, I know what that means, I know what that means. And you're going to start noticing an increase in your listening comprehension. So I'll play just that part to 148.
Yato atsu kadu uxal. Kay kadu uxal. Katsu kadu uxal. Kay deer. Jimmy kan. De tukneo na kwerkuk. Suose kan. Ayahiatus tuchku huidas the katayaye the party. Yadu cake. Cake. Kayadu deer. Deer. Kayadu nusk. Not Jimmy, Yadu Dagon.
Okay, now they're getting into 4 and we haven't drilled 4 yet, so we're going to hold off. But just to wrap up our video study, did you guys have any questions or comments? How did you feel about, like when you watch a video, you kind of relate to it. How did you feel about the way you related to the video from start to finish?
It's definitely a little easier to understand what the words are and putting it together.
Awesome. Anybody else? So this is what I really like about studying videos. It's something you can do from home in your free time. And initially, when you start to watch a video, whether it's a recording of an elder giving a speech or an animation of a children's storybook, if you're like me initially, you'll be watching it going, I don't know what they're saying. And maybe you're just looking at the acting or you're listening to sounds. There's just a little bit you're going to capture. But the way you relate to the video as you start to increase your vocabulary and start to look up words and write them down is going to deepen. It'll change because you're going to start to look things up, fill in the blanks, recognize words you learned. And this is why I like video study, because as you progress, you can see your own improvement. Like we just did that for 20 minutes and we went from not really understanding a lot to capturing, 5 lines out of it. So I think that's good. Yeah, so we'll kind of continue counting and continue on that video intermittently as we go. Okay, tell me about the discussion, what I missed while I was gone. I know that Lingit Naga and plant names and the self-introduction were all things that you might have been working on. What else? What I miss? We talked about hooligan grease before I left. Um, since we just have 10 minutes left of class, I'm just going to go over some of the plant medicine names with you. Did you guys finish your self-introduction? No? Okay, let's do... Let's do the plant names. So these are some of the plant medicine names that I know and eat and use. And when Shaksanikik and I talked about having a discussion on Lingit Nagu, these are the ones that I wanted to share. So first one is Devil's Club, and repeat after me. Tsacht.
Sacht.
Yeah. It's got a pinch S, high tone A, regular X, and a pinched T. And so this one's fun to say. It's challenging. You have two pinched letters, the very first one, the very last one. So let's do this word again. Repeat after me. Tsacht.
Sacht.
Yeah. Next one is repeat after me. Tsikshashtin.
Can you say it one more
Dick
time?
Shaldine.
Yeah, I can say it again.
Shaktin.
Good. You sound good. So the very last sound of this word, repeat this after me. Dean.
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 Uh-huh.
Dean.
Yeah. And then Shashtin.
Shaktin.
Ah. And then this word is a pinched S-I-K, or this sound. So repeat just this first sound after me. Tsick.
Sick.
And then the whole word. Tsikshashtin.
Shaktin.
Dean.
Good. You sound good. Berries we practiced earlier when we were looking at the book. We have a underlined K and it's rounded with a W. So you're going to round your lips as you make this underlined K sound. So repeat after me. Claire.
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 Again. Claire.
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 Good. And one more time. Claire.
Claire.
Good. This last one, I recently looked up the Tlingit name. I hadn't known it, but it's something that an elder from Yakutat told me to use when I was bitten by a dog in Seward. And I asked him for advice, like how to take care of the wound. And he said, get some yarrow and mash it up and clean your wound and put the yarrow on there like a poultice and bandage it up. Yeah. So I looked up this one since we were talking about medicine. And it's repeat after me. Yeah. This pinched L is when you do an L sound, repeat after me an L. Yeah. And then when you pinch it, you make it sharper. So let's do a pinched one.
Sound's not coming out.
Oh, thank you. It didn't go
For
through.
me, I can't do it.
Oh, that's
That letter
okay.
is too hard.
It's a challenge, yeah. Don't worry, we got lots of time to work on it, and I'm still working on mine. One thing an elder told me, I think Shirley told me this, is I want to hear the bubbles because your spit kind of comes out the side of your tongue when you pinch it. So let's practice this last part of the word, starting with the pinch L. Yeah. And then this whole word. Yeah. Yeah. So those are four of the medicines I wanted to share. Do any of you have stories about any of these or information you wanted to share? When I was in Juneau, Hitleish taught me, and I'm trying to think of his wife's name, Colleen. What's her name? I haven't seen her in so long. Colleen James taught me that when you're harvesting Devil's Club, it's good to harvest it when the shoots are about the size of your thumb, and that the best ones to get are along streams and kind of hanging over the water like that. Because if there's water moving near its roots, then it's gonna be a good one. And she took us out and harvested Dach Kitlach. Okay, I knew it was gonna come to me. Her name is Dach Kitlach.
Can you take a picture of it?
Mhm.
Send it to me.
When she took us out harvesting, she reminded us to, you don't just go and pick off the buds of every single one next to each other until you clear out an area, that you leave some to continue growing and to
At least she got a hose.
keep them strong. Um, Sixteen grows a lot next to blueberries where I like to go pick in the tundra. That's always a good tea to have. Yeah. You guys have any on your mind that you want to share about? What's your favorite berries?
On that top.
Blackberries.
What's that?
Blackberries.
Ooh, let's look them up. See if we can find their name. Blackberry. Thought I knew. Let's see what we have. Watermelon berry. Huckleberry. I don't know their Tlingit name. Let's do, have you guys ever had soap berries?
Uh,
Okay. So those ones, their name is, repeat after me, Huckle.
okay.
Yeah. And I think this name has something to do with whipping it. We'll look it up after. And then strawberries, repeat after me, Shak.
Shock.
Shock.
Raspberry is Tleq Yadi.
Clerk.
Yadi.
Yadi.
Does this look familiar? Yadi.
The child of the berry.
Oh,
Yeah.
Berry. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then watermelon berry, Tleq Kahinti.
Tlaok Kahinti.
Hinty.
Bog cranberries, Shachk Katlequ.
Shach.
Katlego.
High bush cranberry, Kahwech.
Kakwe.
Swamp blueberries, Tlachlu.
Shasha.
I need to check on this. This word I thought was heron, and this is nose. But let's check on that later. red huckleberry, tle katunk,
Katunk.
salmonberry, whisk on tle. Oops, I accidentally mixed up my tones. It goes tle. So let's do that again. Whisk on tle. There we go. Huckleberry, kanata.
Anata.
Ah,
Isn't that blueberry?
Yeah, that is blueberry. Gonna cheese. And then thimbleberry, and then Nagoon berry comes from the Tlingit name Nagoon.
Negoon.
Okay. That's all the time we have for today, but we'll next on Thursday in our next class, we'll do practice on our self-introduction and then wrap that up before we move on to our next subject. But gonalchish Johan ye jane achtu klikke ye kach ye ko ayach kon. Gonalchish, you guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Chinkot